Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Daily Live Extra. Apologies, we're a bit late. It's the Wi-Fi is not very good in the building. Everything's sticking and it's taking ages to do anything. But we're here, we're live, so hopefully you can hear us all good, and we're underway. Yeah, we didn't put a headline title on the Daily Live today, simply because nothing's really going on. There's literally nothing happening at this moment in time. Nothing's breaking. So it's quite simply, today's just called the Daily Live Extra. So there you go. So anything you want to talk about, get it in. And if it's worthy, we will speak about it. What's happened since yesterday? We did the news last night. Kean apparently interest in Fiorentina as well as Inter Milan. That's come out of Italy. Again, like any Italian rumour, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. I don't know. I don't know whether he's interested in Fiorentina or he isn't at the moment. But he will be available for Saturday, which is the good news. Train this week, get him into the squad and have him on the bench. He's another option off the bench, isn't he? I think he put his pictures of Everton back on his Instagram last night. So there you go. Whether you want to take anything out of that is an interesting one or not, that's up to you. But his Everton pictures are back on Instagram. So whether that's him saying, I'm going to get my head down and work hard for the club, who knows? Only he can say that. Lewis Jones says, hi, Baz. Hello, Lewis. Tommy F says, to the tune of Polythene Pam, well, you should see DCL, our number 9. Loves a header as well. He'll bring back the glory days when he's on the attack. Yes, you should see DCL. Yeah. You'd have to get people to know Polythene Pam, though, Tommy, wouldn't you? But listen, good words. It's a good effort. Getting people to join in with it is your issue, or might be your issue. Sam says hello. Michael Wood says, oh, hi, Blue Boys. Peter Schramm is still waiting with bated breath, but I don't know what for. Basic Trig says, I blame the Redmen. Yeah, of course. It's always the Redmen. If the Wi-Fi is slow, it's always the Redmen. Joseph Cooper says, doing a great job, lads. Hope some transfer business soon. Absolutely. 13 days to go. That's all it is. Everton will still need to get people out the door. I don't know how long that'll take. I'm hoping it's quickly, but it hasn't been quickly so far. I'm thinking the last week might be busy with teams making their moves. Arsenal have just gone and put a bid in for Ramsdale again, haven't they? You reckon they're getting him? But not many other teams are doing business, and you need one really to create a domino effect. So hopefully someone will come in for our players next week, and we can start to then get them out the door and freshen the squad up before the window shuts. Gareth Jones says, I think it'll be a sad day if we lose James. Both Keans can go for me. Fair enough. Liam Trainer says, Korea, yes or no? He's a good player. Everton haven't got the money to buy him at the moment. So unless we sell someone, it'd be a definite no. Plays off the left though as well, doesn't he? Like Richarlison. But he is a good player. And we want good players, don't we? Michael Wood says, Baz just finished the Sky debate. Well done on the high banter level. Cheers, mate. Adam Prentice says, hi, Baz. Hello, Adam. Jay Max says, thought you were boss on that Sky show, Baz. Well in. Cheers, Jay. Rafa Benitez fan says, it's just gone. Says, is Godfrey back for Leeds? Need him back, otherwise Kean will be giving the ball to the opposition. I don't think Ben Godfrey will be available this weekend. I think he'd be back for Brighton, maybe back for Huddersfield. I don't think he'd be there this week just due to the COVID protocol. Nathan Hamlin says, hey Baz, wishing you all the best from Perth, Australia. Is right, Nathan. My boss is a huge Arsenal fan, and we've got a bit of banter this season. Thanks for bringing us all the news. Thanks, Nathan. Give him loads for a laugh. Just a laugh, innit? Bobby Dempster says, as a Kuka Martina impersonator and Ross Barkley incoming, and that's it. Okay. Sam says, why are there so many players wanting to leave? Why is it? Wanting to leave where? Just football clubs in general, or wanting to leave Everton? Because who wants to leave? Let us know. Let us know, Sam. Shelby or Carol from Newcastle. No, thank you. Pastime says, oh, Calvert-Lewin, you are the love of my life. Oh, Calvert-Lewin, I'd let you beep my wife. Oh, Calvert-Lewin, I want long hair too. Curly, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Dave Mack says, Baz, you see the vid with the lads saying the most skillful player in the club is Iwobi. Jesus, you knew that. Maybe we should play him at number 10. Well, you can tell he's got loads of tricks and loads of skills, Alex Iwobi, but not necessarily. Ross, what would you like? Some decaffeinated tea? Yeah. You know what? There's Yorkshire tea there if you prefer that, but there's decaf tea. Sorry, just Ross and the Redmen wanting the brew, which is fair play. So just there, yeah. Listen, players see... I mean, don't take the whole 15 boxes. Players see each other up close every day. And Alex Iwobi is probably there doing all kinds of FIFA skills. So he quite possibly is the most skillful player out the lot of them. We don't necessarily see that in games, although he has pulled out some mad tricks at times for us. And it's all about, I guess it's all about consistency with him, isn't it? He came on at the weekend and made a huge difference in the game. He had an assist and a pre-assist. And that's what we need from him. He should have scored as well. He should have made it 4-1 with the shot straight at McCarthy. If he can come on and affect games, then no one's got a problem with him, have they? Because he's helping the team. It's the fact he doesn't affect games is where people's issue lies with him. But the players see him every day, so they'll know. You know, and most of them, I think there was only really a couple of them mentioned James, but it was after Iwobi, and I think it was only Jared Branthwaite who said James Rodriguez outright. Everyone said Iwobi, Damari Gray, and a couple said James. So quite clearly, Iwobi is a skillful footballer. Liam Haggerty says, shout out from Australia, Baz, love the work. Nice one, Liam. Hope it's all good down under. Joseph Cooper says, would you take Trippier in a swap cash deal for James if Marcel could swing, something like that? At Trippier's short term, again, no, he's 30. I'd have him on loan for the season, absolutely. But it's a short term deal. We do need someone to come in a young right back, and we need to know that he's here for a few years if we're trying to build something. Can't keep resetting every 12 months, can we? But Trippier on loan would be decent. Lewis says, do you know what? Now Ronaldo's linked with Man United and Man City. Yeah. Seen the Man City thing today. Man United, that'd be an interesting one. He'd probably play right through the middle for them. Pipe says, have you seen the Arsenal DCL? It's just nonsense from Arsenal fans. Take no notice. They might want him. I couldn't think of a player who would suit them less than Dom. The tippy-tappy. Aren't they with Arteta, and he's not really that type of striker. But he wouldn't go there, in my opinion, he wouldn't go there anyway. Not a step up from Everton. Said this about Spurs. If you're talking Chelsea, Man United, then yeah, you'd be worried. But Arsenal, Tottenham, great clubs, historically fantastic football clubs like Everton. But they're not a step up. Even in this moment in time, it's not a step up. Canto's very own says, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he always bangs in a few. He is Everton's number 9. Scoring goals all the time. This one's for you, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The definitive song. Fair play. Basic Trig says, I properly hate Shelby. Tom Johnson says, don't get the Trippier links, replacing an aged right back with an ageing right back. Yeah, I think for a year on loan, fair enough. But I think we do need to start putting down some roots in terms of getting players who you're looking and going, these are right back for 3 or 4 years. Cantos also says, I had to give up my season ticket and can't go to games anymore. So someone's going to have to take that song for us. Fair enough. Justin says, what is the status of players in isolation? Gabaman's back out of isolation. Kean will be back out of isolation. James and Godfrey, I don't think will be out in time to play. So James has already said he's not playing, isn't he, because of it. So Godfrey is a touch and go, I think. Michael Wood says, any idea when we'll be looking at getting JPG regular football? Do you think Schenk will play a part between now and Christmas? Fingers crossed he'll be gone. Well, Gabamon will be any time now because he's back training again, so he'll probably be part of the squad again this weekend. As Cenk Tosun, nah, get him gone if anyone wants to take him. Otherwise, he'll end up walking out the club next summer for nothing, won't he? Z says, will Hammers play this weekend? No. Chris Spurrier says, who would you rest against Huddersfield? You'd like to rest Richarlison, wouldn't you? But it's a game Everton needs to win. So if Moise Kean is fit, which he should be, you'd expect him to start in that one. Maybe play like Anthony Gordon, people like that. But we have to take it seriously and respect Huddersfield, absolutely. You don't want to be getting knocked out there. They won last night, didn't they, at home 1-0. So, you know, we want to make sure that we get past them. But Richarlison really should be not starting that game. Top Dog Channel says to the tune of Sweet Caroline. Sweet Dominic, good times never seem so good. He's our number 9, Dom. Yeah. Well, I mean, it works. Joel Malone says, hey, Baz, hope you're well. Do you think that video of everyone voting Iwobi will boost his confidence and he might try to put a few more skills in his game? Well, it should boost his confidence because he doesn't need fans telling him whether he's good. If your teammates are complimenting you and telling you what a good player you are, then there your peers, that's what means more than a fella eating a pie in the back of the Gladys Street, not liking him, or the Everton Lars who don't like him. If a player tells you that, you know, who's in your team, who gives you praise, then that should make you feel sound. But I'd just rather him make sure he completed his passes and things like that more and worked hard. He has got the tricks. We've seen him pull them out sometimes. So, George Doherty says, anything in the pipeline with new guests or other channels? Well, all the time we're speaking to people and moving forward. So we'll just have to see what comes on. There's a Leeds opposition thing on Payton today. So we will be doing some cross-channel stuff as well throughout the season, I guess. Dov says, hopefully these good budget signs will teach us a lesson. If you're spending 20 plus million, you better walk into the starting 11. Absolutely. Gareth Jones says, Baz, what score are you going for against Leeds? 2-2, I'm going for. Adam Hockenbury on the super chat. Nice one, Adam. DCL to the tune of round, round, DCL. He shoots the squad right down to the ground. Round and round, DCL. He shoots the squad right down to the ground. There you go. I mean, people are being very creative, looking for this song for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So someone needs to make a decision, try a few of them, and then see which one sticks, because he does need a song. Bobby Dempster says, Burnley buying a winger. Yeah. Ollie Morland up the Toffees. There can be only one. It says C. Dumfries cost 12 million. But it was 15 million euros, wasn't it? In his that was his release clause. We didn't have the money. So, Joel Malone says, Aubameyang linked with a move away. I know he wouldn't come here, but would you take him even with his poor form? Yeah, because he's a brilliant striker. But if I was Arsenal, I'd be trying to make him happy. Breast Fan TV on the super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Says nothing to say, just supporting the channel. Great stuff. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, really appreciate that. Tommy F says, what are your thoughts on Sasha Ryantsev leaving? I haven't really got any, Tommy, to be honest. It's probably been pre-planned, that. I imagine he might have something else lined up, or Everton may have expected him to go. So let's see how he goes and see what happens. But we have just, made the board a bit bigger. It'll be interesting to see whether anyone else comes in on the board to replace him, or whether they'll just go with what is there now. Gary Ward says, howdy, Brad, 4370 says, all good, Baz. Leeds Eyes Dar says, afternoon, Baz, gutted our next home game isn't till the 13th of September. Can't wait to experience that again. I know, but it's a night game under the lights as well, isn't it? So let's hope we can bounce Burnley. Stephen Guy says, Gary Neville trying to keep the pot boiling on a non-story. I see it just doesn't feel right on Benitez after he got a good reception. I know. Yeah, I mean, he said that last week at that fan debate, didn't he? He was talking about Benitez, but at the end of the day, he's here, isn't he? He's Everton manager. We can't keep going over the same ground, or same old ground. He's our manager. We support Everton Football Club. So, like I've said before, if you don't like Rafa Benitez, sound. If you like Rafa Benitez, sound. I'm just right in the middle. I support Everton. I want Everton to do well. I'm not really, managers are coming and going now like players, so you can't get attached to any of them. So for Rafa Benitez to be the Everton manager, it wasn't my choice, but he's the Everton manager, so I want Everton to win games. I want them to do well. So that's where I stand on it. Johnny says, Coleman's chip to Awobinio. We should all be pairing about that. Had a player from the Super Franchise 6 done that, then it'd be clips on Sky till the end of the season. All the players saying Iwobi's the most skillful too. If Rafa can sort his game out and we as fans can put confidence in him, he might shock people this season. Absolutely, we want everybody to do well. If Alex Iwobi is here past the 1st of September, and there's nothing to suggest he won't be, then we want him to be brilliant, don't we? As fans. Surely we're not that sad now as a fan base that because we've said someone isn't very good in the past that we now don't want them to be very good. Surely we're mature enough as a fan base to go, no, what, he's proved me wrong him. And that's what we all want. Now, I'm not saying he will do that, but if he has a good games, then I'm sure the fans will get behind him, because we should do. He's wearing an Everton top. We should want him to be the best he can be, shouldn't we? Steve Kelly says, all right, Baz, mate, hope you're well. Do you think if we haven't got rid of the likes of Delph, Kenny, etc., the club will look at loaning them instead of them being around the place? Or do you think Rafa had utilised them for the season? I think he'd probably just have them in the squad stay at the end of the day. Delph's got, they both pair of them have got 10 months left on the deals. I don't know, maybe Delph, if anybody was interested in taking him, then Everton might let him go. If they stay, they're going to be used, aren't they? They're going to be squad members. If I was John Joe Kenny, I'd be looking to get a move right now. 10 months left of his contract. Everton are looking for a right back. He knows his days are numbered there. I'd be looking to get a deal where I can go in and make a position my own at a club and sign permanently for them. Fabian Delph, I don't know what he wants to do, Steve. Everton, I could see a situation where Everton just give him away on loan and just go, don't come back. And then subsidise some of his wages to get him out the door. It's who wants to take him on, who thinks he can do a job for them. Connor says, I could get behind the Starman David Bowie DCL chant, thought that was good. Yeah, that was good. Astro says, afternoon, Baz, hello, mate, how are you? It says, hope you're well. What's your biggest concern at the weekend versus Leeds? Also, do you think off-the-pitch issues, such as James and the one we can't talk about, will have an impact on the players? Excuse me. Biggest concern against Leeds is being defensively strong. Don't think we're going to have Ben Godfrey, so the pace is an issue, which means we'll have to defend deep, which might be the worst thing in the world, because having to defend deep means there's no space in behind us, and therefore having no space in behind us means that we can't be exploited on the counter-attack, which they're very, very good at. Can we spring them quickly when they overcommit? Possibly. We've got Damari Gray, Townsend, Richarlison, Dom, who were all quick. Abdoulaye Doucouré can break quickly as well. So I think we'll cause them issues, but they'll cause us issues. I think that's just the way it is. I think the full house at Ellen Road's going to be difficult. But I'd be quite happy with the draw, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, Chris Spurrier on the super chat just simply says, oh, go on then. Nice one, Chris. I've said this before. Really massively appreciate the super chats. They're fantastic. But become a patron if you're not, because you'll get more value. But listen, thank you very much for all your super chats. Michael, RAF, says, all right, mate, hope you're well. I'm hopefully home for the game versus Burnley. Loved your part in the overlap. Thank you very much, Michael, and thanks for the super chat. Outstanding. Cheers, mate. Liam Bonner says, I still think we need a defensive midfielder with legs. I think Obama staying fit is vital, but another option in his mould would be great, and it ensures the Corey gets forward. Yeah, Dennis Zakaria apparently £17 million now. I'd be all over that like you wouldn't believe. Fantastic player, 24, great age, good experience, played in Europe, played in the Champions League. And coming from Leverkusen means won't see Everton as a step down, which I think is very important. Frank Anguissa, Zambo Anguissa would be another one. Good ball carrying midfield player, Premier League experience. Played for Villarreal as well. So he'd be another one I'd love in there. Then if you're going to go for kind of like a wild card, then Matheus Nunes at Sporting, who's only 22 and box to box, got the ability to grow into the game and stuff. So he'd be one as well who you could look at and go, tell you what, he might be an option. But for any of these players, we're going to need to get people out the door. Michael Woods says, Gary Neville idea about the Premier League guaranteeing owners cash for transfers sounded like a good plan. What did you think? But to be honest, Michael, it's kind of what, I don't think you're a patron, are you? You would have seen the FFP stuff me and John did if you were. And that was the solution we'd came up with a few weeks ago. Is like, and it's one thing I've said for months and months now. If an owner's got the money and he's not putting the debt on the club with that money, he should be able to spend it. And that, whether that's Roman Abramovich, whether it's FSG at Liverpool, whether it's Mike Ashley, but if he ever did do that for Newcastle, or whether it's Leeds United's owners or Aston Villa's owners, if they've got money that they want to spend on transfers and they're saying, don't debt the club with that, don't put that on the club, take it out of my pocket, then I don't see any issue with that at all. It's the way football kind of was years ago. Obviously, Portsmouth changed that a little bit. Leeds years ago, but Portsmouth more recently changed that and changed legislation. But for me, if your owner wants to go like that with his own money and it doesn't burden the club, then why not? And that's kind of what Gary Neville was saying, wasn't he? So I absolutely agreed with Gary Neville. Oliver Chapman says, can you get Joe Royle in for an interview? It is in the pipeline. Doff, no. Nothing. Warren Jan says deadline loanathon. It might be that, mate. It might be that. We will be doing deadline day live, by the way. We'll be doing it right the way through and beyond the 11 o'clock deadline. So it'll be a late one for us. We'll be on all day. So make sure you join us for that. We had 30,000 last year on deadline day watching it. So why not join us for that? Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Would be lovely, 500 of you watching at the moment. It's nice to give it a little like, but also subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And don't forget, we do have a non-Everton football channel called the Footy Show channel. Go and give that a little subscribe as well if you haven't. We talk about wider football, not Everton. Ryan Skeet says Iwobi is clearly good in tight spaces. Someone's in our video said he used to be a futsal player, so why does he get played out wide when he's mainly gonna be in loads of space? Surely him in the 10. Well, maybe Rafa Benitez will play him in the 10. It's all about him putting his roots down and going, this is where I want to play. And that's all you can do. Eugene says Southampton make Thierry Small approach. Well, he can approach anyone. He can approach anyone. Any club can approach him. He's effectively available to speak to anybody. He's not an Everton player at the moment. We get a compensation package if he goes to a Premier League club. So there you go. Leander Fernandez says, I'm from India supporting Everton. Loves James Rodriguez. Cheers, Leander. Hope you're good. Get the Corey, subscribe to Toffee TV, top wearing under his kit. Yeah, imagine that. It'd be amazing. Be absolutely amazing. June Kean says, would you consider his age selling Allen to bring in Anguissa and Zakaria? Yeah. If you could, if someone wanted to buy him and you could swap him out for a younger player, then of course you do. I do like Allen, I really do. But I think, yeah, if you could get a younger version, then why not? Soft Lad says, hypothetical question, Baz. If the club has to sack a player for a reason, can we claim insurance? He'd have to be sacked first. I think you get your money from It depends whether they wanted to take any player to court over breaching contract, really. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, possibly. Glenn, it should be in the terms and conditions of a contract, I imagine. Glenn Watson says, does Toffee TV have a Decory video? How about a Decor? Yay. Okay. No, Ned's not happy with that one. Greg Stokes says, I reckon Richarlison would make a good wandering 10. Gray looks like a great signing. Can't see Townsend being good enough. Another winger. Townsend was really good on Saturday for the team. You know, working up and down, putting crosses into the box. He was sound. Everton could still do it more quality as well, of course, because he can play 2 or 3, 4 different positions, Andros Townsend. But I think he's sound. But I would still, obviously, I'd still like us to buy a little bit more quality too. Fed says, afternoon, Baz. Are you lining up John to comment on the book? John will be in tomorrow, Fed, so we'll be doing a patron vid on a couple of subjects actually tomorrow. So yeah, we'll speak to John about that. Tom says, afternoon, everyone. Baz, do you know of any of the isolating players? Yeah, no comment. Chris says, how about this for a Dom song similar to the Newcastle one? The one Newcastle do. Who's that striker? Calvert-Lewin. Who's that scoring all the goals? And he'll fight for the boys in blue and white. Doms are blue evermore. The people know it. It's getting people to jump on it, isn't it? Like, I guess not every song is it. You know, people go, oh, I wouldn't sing that or I wouldn't sing that. It's just literally getting someone to start it and other people jumping on board with it, isn't it, really? Ami M10 says, hi, is there a live stream for the new stadium already from Netherlands? No, they haven't done it yet, but there is a webcam going up soon, probably in the next couple of weeks. David Gilbert says, I've not seen Ferguson in a while. Is he okay? Yeah, he's on the bench on Saturday. He's in training videos and everything last week. Dunks, yeah, he's all there. Glenn Watson says, will Delph play any games this season? A 0-3, B 4-7. I would get him out the door. I think if he stays, he might play 4-7. But I'd get him out the door if we could, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone? No. Is Kean going to play the next game? He's going to be in the squad, says ZI. Rafa Benitez fan says, who would you bring back to the team? Who would you bring back to the team for Leeds? Mina for Kean, for me, and Gabaman. Depends how Gabaman trains this week. But I would have Mina in for Kean, definitely. Yeah. Depends. I mean, Holgate is quicker than Kean, isn't he? So maybe you'd have to leave him in for a bit of pace. But I'd bring Yerry Mina in because I think he's the best defender we've got, to be perfectly honest. Varsity Plus says, how much do you value Richarlison if we had to sell him? 80 million plus. That's how good he is. Steve P96 says, surprising that we're not trying to sign Colin Dagba on loan with an option to buy. He's not going to get a look in now. PSG. He's quite similar to Max Aarons. Dagba's good. He's been linked with us before, but I don't know. And who knows? They might try to get him in at the weekend. In before the deadline. Not at the weekend. In before the deadline. Who knows? But again, it's about getting people out. If you don't get people out, it's going to be incredibly difficult to bring people in. And the next 13 days are going to be about that, trying to get people out. So we know that João Virginia is going to be off to Sporting over the next couple of days. That's not really going to create a big hole in the budget, is it, in terms of a gap of bringing in, but things will be moving. Tom says we were the 4th best pressing team last weekend. Very promising sign. I think it will change. I think we will see a total difference than what we did last season as well. Jordan Parr says realistic season finish, same as last season where we won the league after 4 games, then dropped off, or play consistently and get a solid 6 to 7. Yeah, a realistic solid 6 to 7 would be excellent for us, definitely. Where me spoon says, at first I was a blade, I was petrified, thinking I could live without Richie there to slide. Crosses in the box for him to get on, because it's Dom. You know he's the number 1. No, Ned's giving it the thumbs down. Well, there you go. There you go. Lav G2 says, anyone know if you have to be a season ticket to get away ticket? Season ticket holder to get away tickets? No, you do, but it's very, very difficult.
You need credits.
Yeah. You're never getting away tickets unless someone can grab you one. But it's very, very unlikely. Steve P says, any chance of a Toffee TV, the Duke's t-shirt? We need a t-shirt for the core, we haven't got one. Yeah, the core, we will have a look at that. I'll speak to Shy. I mean, most of them do. The core, won't he? Loves it here. Yeah, so there you go. Abigail, he's unlikely to be available for the weekend, Abigail, but back for Huddersfield. So, yeah, that's how it's looking for this weekend. Final refresh on Payton before we get out. We will be, of course, it's Wednesday, isn't it? So we will be live at 5 on YouTube tonight. But we've got other stuff that we have to do now as well. So thank you very much. Take it easy. Gareth Clark, seeing Arsenal fans saying they can get Dom. Just go back to them and say, yeah, we can get Saka like that if we want. It's up to us. Just about whether we choose to get him. Because they are a bit mad thinking that they can get Calvert-Lewin. It's berserk. Dean Spicer on the super chat. Nice one, Dean. Says, afternoon, mate. Glad to see Rafa had a positive reception. Already playing more attacking football than under Carlo. That's only 1 game, but it was more attacking. There was positional changes for Decore and Allen. And obviously having the crowd helps as well. The crowd forced the players on as well. But it was a positive start. So long may that continue. Absolutely. Right, thank you very much, everyone who's joined us today. Brilliant, as always. Thanks for the likes. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you've not. And like I said, we are back at 5 if you want to, and more chat, more footy chat at 5 o'clock tonight. We're getting off to make some videos for patrons. So take it easy. We'll see you later. Bye.